Lenny Kravitz is in his 60s, but when you see him move, perform, train, and carry himself, one question becomes impossible to ignore. How does he still look like that? How does a man past 60 still have that kind of energy, skin, posture, muscle tone, and confidence? How does he step on stage like time forgot to touch him? Now, let me be very clear. Lenny Kravitz is not just lucky, he is not simply aging well by accident. He has built a lifestyle around discipline, movement, clean food, spiritual grounding, and deep respect for his body. And that is what makes his story so powerful. Because his secret is not one magic pill. It is not one expensive anti-aging treatment. It is not one shortcut. It is a daily way of living, a way of eating, a way of moving, a way of resting, a way of managing stress, a way of protecting the body like it is something sacred. Lenny has said he wants to take care of his temple, and that sentence says everything. Because most people treat their body like a storage room, they throw anything into it. Processed food, sugar, alcohol, stress, poor sleep, no movement, no sunlight, no recovery. Then they wonder why they feel old at 50. But Lenny treats his body like a temple, and when you treat the body differently, the body responds differently. I am Dr. Adrian, and today I want to break down the story of Lenny Kravitz's youthful lifestyle, what he reportedly eats, the 3 foods he avoids, the exercises he uses to stay lean and strong, and the 6 lifestyle rules anyone over 50 can learn from him. But stay with me until the end, because the 3rd food he avoids is the one most people eat every single day without thinking. It is everywhere. It is cheap. It is convenient. It looks normal. But it can quietly increase inflammation, belly fat, skin aging, cravings, and low energy. And if you are over 50, this one food category may be aging you faster than you realize. Now let us begin with the story. Lenny Kravitz was born in New York City in 1964. He became one of the most recognizable rock artists in the world. But what makes people talk today is not only his music, it is how he has aged. The sharp face, the lean body, the glowing skin, the natural energy, the way he still performs with intensity, the way he seems lighter, calmer, and more alive than many people half his age. And when you look deeper, one pattern becomes clear. Lenny did not build this lifestyle around complexity. He built it around purity. Simple food, plant-based eating, fresh produce, juicing, outdoor movement, bodyweight training, hydration, sleep, stress control, and discipline. The demo story describes him as someone who relies heavily on organic fruits and vegetables, often using ingredients like spinach, kale, carrots, beets, garlic, and fresh farm-grown foods as part of his nutrition routine. That matters because many people over 50 are doing the opposite. They wake up tired, drink sweet coffee, eat processed breakfast, sit all day, snack on packaged food, eat heavy dinners, sleep late, carry stress. Then they say, I am just getting old. But sometimes the problem is not only age, sometimes the body is aging faster because the daily signals are wrong. Food is a signal, sleep is a signal, exercise is a signal, stress is a signal, hydration is a signal, and your body responds to the signals you repeat. Lenny's lifestyle sends a clear message to his body. Stay clean, stay light, stay mobile, stay strong, stay awake, stay connected. That is the lesson. You do not need to become Lenny Kravitz. You do not need to live on an island. You do not need a celebrity life. You do not need a private chef. But you can learn from the principles, because the body after 50 still listens. It listens when you remove processed foods. It listens when you stop drowning it in sugar. It listens when you move outside. It listens when you train your muscles. It listens when you drink water. It listens when you sleep. It listens when you calm your stress. Now let us talk about what Lenny reportedly eats. First, breakfast. Lenny's breakfast style is light, fresh, and energizing. He often leans toward fruit-based smoothies, juices, or simple plant-based meals that wake the body up without making it heavy. That is important, because many people destroy their energy before the day even begins. They start with sugar, white bread, pastries, sweet coffee, processed cereal, or fried food. The body gets a quick spike. Then comes the crash, then comes more coffee, then cravings, then brain fog, then low energy. A clean breakfast should not make you feel sleepy. It should make you feel awake. Lenny's approach is about freshness, fruit, vegetables, hydration, nutrients. A meal that gives energy without heaviness. Now, this does not mean every person should drink only smoothies. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, or blood sugar problems, fruit smoothies and juices need caution because they can raise blood sugar quickly depending on ingredients and portion. But the principle is powerful. Start the day with food that supports energy, not food that steals it. For a person over 50, a better breakfast may include protein, fiber, healthy fats, and controlled carbohydrates. For Lenny, that may look plant-based. For someone else, it may look different. The key is this. Do not start the morning with a processed sugar bomb. Start with intention. Now lunch. Lenny's lunch style is colorful, fresh, and full of life. Leafy greens, vegetables, fruit, raw vegan dishes, homemade dressings, meals that are light but nourishing. This is one of the biggest differences between people who age well and people who feel heavy all day. The lunch plate matters. A heavy lunch can steal your afternoon. A processed lunch can raise blood sugar, increase cravings, and make you sleepy. A salty lunch can make the body hold water. A fried lunch can make you feel slow. But a colorful lunch full of plants gives the body fiber, antioxidants, minerals, hydration, and volume. It fills the body without burying it. Now I want you to notice something. Lenny's meals are not only about calories, they are about life force. Fresh food has water, color, fiber, enzymes, texture, natural compounds. Processed food has shelf life, salt, sugar, oil, additives, convenience. One makes the body feel alive. The other often makes the body feel heavy. That does not mean you must eat raw vegan like Lenny, but it does mean you should ask yourself this question. How much of my food still looks alive? If most of your food comes from boxes, bags, wrappers, drive-thrus, and frozen trays, your body may be missing the signal of real nourishment. Now dinner. Lenny's dinner style is still aligned with his plant-based principles. The demo describes meals like raw vegan zucchini lasagna, soups, vegetables, herbs, and plant-based dishes that satisfy without breaking his rules. This matters because dinner is where many people lose control. They do well all day. Then night comes, stress comes, hunger comes, fatigue comes, and suddenly dinner becomes too much. Too late, too salty, too heavy, too sugary, too processed. Then sleep suffers, blood sugar suffers, digestion suffers. The next morning, they wake up tired. Then the cycle repeats. A youthful body is not built by a perfect breakfast and a chaotic dinner. The full day matters. Lenny's dinner approach teaches a simple lesson. End the day in a way your body can recover from. Do not punish your sleep with a meal your body has to fight all night. Now let us move to the 3 foods Lenny avoids. Food number 3. Processed foods. This is the category that quietly ages millions of people. Processed foods are everywhere. Packaged snacks, frozen meals, fast food, instant noodles, chips, crackers, processed meats, packaged desserts, sugary cereals, microwave meals. Shelf-stable foods that barely look like the ingredients they came from. The problem is not that every packaged food is poisonous. The problem is the pattern. When processed food becomes the foundation of your diet, your body receives the wrong signal every day. Too much sodium, too much sugar, unhealthy fats, low fiber, additives, low nutrient density, high calories, fast digestion, more cravings, less fullness. That is a recipe for aging badly. Processed foods can make you feel older because they can contribute to inflammation, weight gain, blood pressure problems, blood sugar swings, gut issues, and low energy. And after 50, the body is less forgiving. The same foods that seemed harmless at 30 may hit harder at 60. You may notice puffiness, belly fat, sluggish digestion, joint stiffness, poor sleep, brain fog, cravings. That is not just age. That may be your food pattern speaking. If you want to follow the Lenny principle, start with one rule. Eat more food that comes from the earth and less food that comes from a factory. Vegetables, fruit, beans if they fit your body, nuts in small portions, seeds, whole foods. Clean protein choices if you are not vegan. Simple meals, real ingredients. Food number 2, refined sugar. This is one of the biggest anti-aging enemies. Sugar does not just affect weight, it affects energy, skin, cravings, blood sugar, inflammation, mood, sleep. And over time, high sugar intake can contribute to insulin resistance and metabolic problems. Refined sugar also affects the skin through a process called glycation, where sugar molecules can damage proteins like collagen and elastin. That matters because collagen and elastin help keep skin firm and flexible. So when people say sugar ages the face, there is a biological reason behind that idea. Now the problem is not one birthday cake. The problem is daily sugar. Sweet coffee every morning, cookies with tea, soda, sweet juice, candy, dessert every night, sugary cereal, sweet yogurt, energy drinks, and hidden sugar inside packaged foods. Sugar trains the brain to want more sugar. That is why quitting daily sugar feels difficult at first. But after a few weeks, taste buds can change, energy can stabilize, cravings can reduce, and natural sweetness from fruit becomes more satisfying. Lenny reportedly relies on fruits for natural sweetness instead of refined sugar. That is a smart principle. But again, if you have diabetes or blood sugar problems, fruit still needs portion control. The lesson is not eat unlimited fruit. The lesson is stop letting refined sugar control your day. Food number 1, animal products. Lenny is known for following a vegan and often raw vegan lifestyle. That means he avoids meat, dairy, and eggs. For him, this is connected to health, ethics, and lifestyle. Now I need to be balanced here. Not everyone has to become vegan to be healthy. Many people can age well with a balanced diet that includes fish, eggs, yogurt, or lean meats. But Lenny's plant-based approach teaches a powerful lesson. Most people need more plants, more vegetables, more fruit, more fiber, more antioxidants, more color, more whole foods, and less heavy, processed animal-based food. The biggest problem for many people is not that they eat one egg or a piece of fish. The problem is bacon, sausage, processed meats, fried chicken, cheeseburgers, heavy cream, too much cheese, and low vegetable intake. So if you are not vegan, the lesson is still useful. Make plants the center of your plate more often. Reduce processed meat. Reduce heavy dairy if it causes issues. Choose cleaner protein. Eat more fiber, and if you want to go fully plant-based, do it carefully. Make sure you get enough protein, vitamin B12, iron, omega-3s, calcium, vitamin D, zinc, and overall calories. A plant-based diet can be healthy, but it must be planned. Do not just remove animal foods and live on bread, pasta, and vegan junk food. That is not health. That is processed food with a vegan label. Now let us talk about Lenny's exercise style. Lenny does not seem to build his fitness around being trapped in a gym all day. He loves outdoor movement. Jump rope, running, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, squats, cycling, paddleboarding, long walks, body weight training. Weight training. This is important because his body is not only lean, it is functional. A youthful body moves. It pulls, pushes, runs, balances, breathes, sweats, recovers. Many people over 50 only think about weight loss. But weight loss is not enough. You can lose weight and still be weak. You can be thin and still be fragile. You can fit into smaller clothes and still have poor balance, low strength, and bad stamina. The real goal is not just being smaller. The real goal is being capable. Lenny's routine teaches 3 exercise lessons. First, do cardio. Cardio supports the heart, lungs, blood vessels, stamina, and mood. Second, do strength training. Strength training helps preserve muscle, shape the body, protect joints, and support metabolism. Third, stay active outside. Nature reduces stress. Sunlight supports the body clock. Outdoor movement feels less like punishment and more like living. Now, if you are over 50, you do not need to copy his exact routine. Start where you are. Walk, do wall push-ups, do chair squats, use resistance bands, try light dumbbells, stretch, practice balance. If you have health conditions, get medical clearance. But do not use age as a reason to stop moving. Your body was designed to move. Now let us talk about Lenny's 6 lifestyle tips. Tip number 6. Hydration. Water is one of the simplest anti-aging habits. It supports digestion, skin, energy, circulation, temperature control, exercise performance, kidney function in people who can handle normal fluid intake. Many people are not tired because they need another coffee. They are tired because they are underhydrated, sleep-deprived, and eating poorly. But be careful. If you have kidney disease, heart failure, swelling, low sodium, or fluid restriction, your water intake should follow medical advice. Hydration is powerful, but it must fit your body. Tip number 5. Healthy diet. For Lenny, diet is everything. He understands that food changes how the body looks and feels. The average person thinks diet is only about weight, but diet affects the skin, gut, brain, blood sugar, inflammation, energy, and mood. If you want to age well, your food must become more intentional. Eat more whole foods, eat more plants, reduce processed foods, reduce refined sugar, control portions, do not eat late and heavy every night. Build a pattern your body can trust. Tip number 4. Sufficient sleep. Sleep is when the body repairs. Poor sleep ages the face, increases cravings, raises stress hormones, worsens blood sugar, increases irritability, reduces recovery, and makes healthy choices harder. A person who sleeps poorly often eats poorly. A person who eats poorly often sleeps poorly. The cycle feeds itself. If you want to look younger, protect sleep. Tip number 3. Regular exercise. Exercise is non-negotiable if you want to age with strength. You need cardio, you need strength, you need mobility, you need balance. Not all at once, not perfectly, but consistently. A body that moves daily ages differently than a body that sits all day. Tip number 2. Stress management. Lenny's lifestyle also includes calm, spirituality, breathing, meditation, and grounding. Stress ages people, not just emotionally, physically. Chronic stress affects blood pressure, sleep, cravings, hormones, inflammation, and belly fat. If you want to age well, you cannot only train the body, you must train the nervous system. Walk, breathe, pray, meditate, journal, reduce noise, set boundaries, spend time in nature. Tip number 1. Sun protection. This one matters for skin aging. The sun can be healing in reasonable amounts, but too much ultraviolet exposure can damage skin, cause wrinkles, dark spots, premature aging, and increase skin cancer risk. Protect your skin. Use sunscreen when appropriate. Avoid burning. Wear hats. Be smart with exposure. A youthful body needs sunlight, but youthful skin needs protection. Now let me tell you why Lenny's story connects with people. It is not only because he looks young. It is because he looks free. He looks like someone who is not trapped in his age. He looks like someone who still owns his body. That is what people want, not just abs. Freedom. Freedom to move. Freedom to perform. Freedom to wake up with energy. Freedom to feel attractive. Freedom to age without surrender. And that freedom comes from daily choices, not one dramatic decision. Daily choices. Now imagine two men. Both are 61. The first man says, "I am getting old." He eats processed food. He drinks sugar. He sleeps late. He sits all day. He never trains. He lives stressed. He avoids mirrors. 5 years pass. He feels older than his age. The second man says, "I am aging, but I am not surrendering." He removes processed foods. He cuts refined sugar. He eats more plants. He walks. He trains. He sleeps. He drinks water. He calms his stress. 5 years pass. He is still older on paper, but his body tells a different story. Same age, different signals, different future. That is the lesson. You cannot stop time, but you can change how your body meets time. Now here is a simple 7-day plan inspired by Lenny's lifestyle. Day 1, remove one processed food from your daily routine. Day 2, replace one sugary food or drink with fruit or water. Day 3, add one large serving of vegetables to lunch or dinner. Day 4, walk outside for 20 minutes. Day 5, do a simple bodyweight routine. Squats, push-ups against a wall, plank, light rows if possible. Day 6, create a sleep routine. No phone in bed. Dark room, earlier bedtime. Day 7, take 10 minutes for stress control. Breathing, prayer, meditation, journaling, silence. Now here is the 30-day plan. Week 1, clean the food, reduce processed foods, reduce sugar, eat more plants. Week 2, move daily, walk outside, do light cardio, stretch. Week 3, strengthen the body, 2 or 3 strength sessions. Body weight or weights, safe and controlled. Week 4, recover, sleep better, hydrate wisely, manage stress, protect skin. This is not complicated. That is why it works. Now let us close with the 3 foods again. Processed foods, refined sugar, animal products, especially heavy or processed animal foods. For Lenny, avoiding these foods is part of his lifestyle. For you, the lesson may be different. Maybe you do not become vegan. Maybe you simply reduce processed meats. Maybe you stop daily sugar. Maybe you replace packaged snacks with real food. Maybe you add more vegetables. Maybe you eat lighter at night. Maybe you start walking. Maybe you protect sleep. That is enough to begin. Do not turn inspiration into pressure. Turn it into action. You do not need to become Lenny Kravitz. You need to become the version of yourself that stops making excuses, the version that respects the body, the version that feeds it better, moves it more, rests it deeper, calms it daily, and protects it like a temple. If this video helped you, share it with someone over 50 who thinks looking and feeling young is impossible. They may not need another celebrity story. They may need one reminder: the body still listens. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not personal medical advice and does not replace your doctor, dietitian, trainer, dermatologist, physical therapist, or healthcare team. Always speak with a qualified healthcare professional before making major diet changes, starting a vegan diet, changing water intake, beginning a new exercise program, using supplements, or making major lifestyle changes, especially if you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, high blood pressure, eating disorders, nutrient deficiencies, osteoporosis, arthritis, or any chronic medical condition. I am Dr. Adrian. Take care of your body, protect your energy, protect your future, and remember this: you do not age well by accident. You age well by the signals you send your body every day.